Hi there, welcome back. I'm going to do a view on your person right now. So if you would, please think about what's going on with your person right now. And we'll kind of see what's going on with your person and what's going on with the relationship. It's going to be a standalone reading. So if you tuned in, then it means that it's perfect timing for you. Okay. So this is the general state of your person, what has been a strength of your person, what has been weaknesses or faults of your person, how they are coming toward you, or what energy they have toward you, what energy you have toward them. What is the state of the relationship right now? When you were together, what was the positives? What were the challenges? What are the obstacles for them to come forward? And what is the potential outcome at this point? Will they come forward? And if they do, what should you do about it? Okay, so let's see what's going on. So the person themselves, the state of the person, is the Three of Wands. The person may be in a situation where they're not focused on the relationship right now. They're focused on creating in their life. They're focused on projects. They might be focused on opportunities, trying to see if they're going to get the investment of their efforts. They're very focused outward, and if the relationship is inward, your person's maybe not focused on that. They, however, want to gain control over their environment and are highly focused on creating something and gaining control or dominion over their environment. So, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily a negative, but that's what may be on their mind. The strength of the person themselves is the Hierophant. So this person may be someone that people respect because they follow rules and procedures. They might be somebody that has a certain set of beliefs. The strength in them might be that they actually could be a good teacher, a good advisor, somebody that people look up to because they can go to them for advice, somebody whose opinions are trusted. The downside for the person is their spiritual side can make them maybe a bit inward or remote and hard to get to at times. That's a really interesting dichotomy. Part of them is really respected and is really a positive that they have standards and values and they hold themselves to it. They have doctrines and just ways they believe life should be like. It could keep them kind of a little black and white, like not as fun sometimes. It can make them a little bit like a stick in the mud and a bit overly focused on their doctrine and values and spirituality or doing the right thing. Or there's a side of them that might be kind of quiet and introverted. I'm not sure what that would be. You'd know best. The energy they're bringing to you is the Ten of Cups, which is outstanding. I think we all know the Ten of Cups to be one of the most positive emotional cards, obviously in the cups and in the deck. I mean, the cups is the realization of your emotional dreams, your emotional needs, the fulfillment factor. It is also, it could be the closing of a certain cycle, a 10. A 10 of Cups could be the closing out of an emotional cycle, but having reached its pinnacle, having reached its peak. So I would generally read this as a really positive card in terms of their energy toward you. Your energy toward them is the Star. Wow. Turning out to be an amazing reading for you if you're catching on to this. You have just a high hope for them and for you. You look at this person and think the world of them. Maybe you see the relationship as a part of your healing. Maybe you see that they're a part of your healing. Maybe they are an advisor to you. Maybe they are a guru to you in some way. But I think for the most part, the day-to-day, that you see them and admire them. So if there's someone that is admired for their ability to provide advice and teach and be, wise and and mentor others. I think you may look to them as someone that you admire as well. Definitely. The state of the relationship is the moon. So there may be things that you don't see. There may be things that they're doing that, cause fear for you or them. The relationship might have a fear factor or a mystique or a mystery around it where the two of you are not 100% comfortable revealing parts of yourselves to each other. That's what I'm getting from this. That it's not that it's terrible, negative, abusive, that kind of thing. It's not even that it's toxic. It's just that the nature of things, and this could be because they can tend to be off, like in it and then off, like the hermit. That at times you two miss each other like two ships that pass in the night, but even like in your day to day, like you don't, there's still things that have not been said. That's what I'm feeling about this. There's still things that have not been said. When you were together, the strength, or if you're together now, the strength of the relationship is justice. So you two have the ability to see things equitably, fairly, to balance each other, balance your situations with each other. You kind of feel that things are equitable, not completely unfair. It's actually a strength. The two of you work through solving problems together in a positive way, in a just way. You tend to agree on, even if you have difficulties, you can find ways to solve problems equitably and fairly. You don't feel that somebody's ripping you off or stealing from you emotionally or literally in any way. But the challenges when you were together was the Six of Pentacles. So interestingly, the challenge was maybe there was another person in the mix. Sometimes that Six of Pentacles is the man giving to two people. So maybe the energy was not always on you. Maybe the person had an entity, a person, or an attention to something else in their life. It could even be work. They weren't giving the right amount of attention to you. They were breadcrumbing you, as they say, in other words. So it may be you have fair ways of solving your issues when you bring them up, but when it came to you, maybe you didn't feel you were always getting your just due with that person, or that they were valuing you as much as they could have. What is the obstacle to the two of you getting together? Well, the Daughter of Cups. So the obstacle would be that maybe there's an apology needed in this case, or that one or both of you is too serious and not flirty, light, fun enough to kind of click in with this and revisit that joy and lightness that you have had with this person that would rejuvenate it at this point. Or again, there could be an apology due by one of you. Sometimes the Page of Cups is about an apology. And that's what could be standing in the way of you two being together now, or being as together as you could be. So what is the likelihood that you will end up together? The Six of Swords. So it's possible that if you stay with this person, you both are going to be focused on healing and moving into calmer waters. In the traditional Six of Swords, there's often two people in the boat. So, you might have a likelihood of being together through the tough times and trying to get into calmer waters together. There is a chance this may mean to some of you that one of you is moving on. And in that regard, the chance of you getting together or being or staying together as a couple is less. So I know that's so different, and everybody kind of wants to know the answer on that, but I think that you have to check your intuition. Do you have a sense that you will be in that boat together, or do you have a sense that one of you is pushing off to calmer waters? What should you do? What should you do if they come back around? Wow, the World. So what you should do based on this tarot reading so far is complete the cycle, learn some lessons, and then revisit if you're meant to be together or if you need to part ways. You have experienced some kind of trial or tribulation with this person where you need some healing, And they're a vehicle. The relationship has been a growth and a healing vehicle for you. So take advantage of that and use it for your healing and evolution. And definitely, maybe it's time to complete the cycle, at least to see what do you do from here. So if they should come back around, you might be well advised to give yourself a chance to complete the cycle. Is there something they would say to you? I'm going to pick 2. I miss you regardless of how things seem. And I feel safer in the silence. So even if you're not hearing from them or they're not talking and you're with them, they would say, I'm not ready. They're not ready to speak with you. They're holding something so tender. And so, they might have been hurt on some level, but they might be doing their own searching, as they are that kind of a person, Hermit and the Hierophant. They might be doing some searching, evolving, and just needing space themselves. It's very much so that the nature of the relationship is still mysterious. There is silence. There are pieces you don't know, right? That's very, very true. So when you're not feeling like they're giving enough attention or verbal to you right now, don't push it. Don't push it, because it looks like the person still cares about you and they do miss you, regardless of how you think things seem. They do. They so feel for you, but they also feel that they're giving in to their fear or their... the only word that popped for me was maturity level. Like maybe they're just not feeling that they trust themselves. Complex matters. Sometimes you have to trust yourself on a fundamental level. 2 for them. Two for you. This is the Mystic Moon Oracle. And an overarching Seeking Within Oracle. Let's see. Okay. So the 2 for you. No, this is 2 for them. Healing, yeah, we just talked about that. They might still be healing an inner child. They have inner wounds. They have some deep wounds and soul wounds that have been stirred by being with you or stirred in their life, and they are going through a healing process. We just talked about that. So don't be alarmed if they're silent or more silent than usual. They feel safer there right now. They're exploring something. Hermit, Hierophant. You do understand that probably already intuitively, I think. For you, patience. You're going to need some patience given what they're working on. And signs. So tune into yourself and do what you need to do for you and watch the signs. Touch into your intuition, your own inner compass, okay? But this is calling you to be patient with the situation. And the oracle that I pulled from Seeking Within, our masculine side looks outward to explore, understand, and control the world to make it safe and sustaining for those in our care. Our balanced masculine is our internal strength and fortitude to battle and negotiate, advance and retreat to solidify our community. Secure masculine builds bridges of trust, not ego, for the future benefit of all. So, this person could be working on their trust. Maybe you need to work on that like healthy masculine side of you, whether you're male or female does not matter, to build your own sense of self-trust and knowing, and that'll help you be patient. There's nothing to force right now. There is nothing to force. So if you're wondering, should I contact the person? Should I question the person if I'm around them? Should I, really try to understand them? It looks like there are things percolating here. They're working on it. They are working on it. And, there might be some noise in their midst that they need to quiet and to get into their own healing, and that sometimes means that they have to go off to do that in the figurative sense, or maybe literal sense. I don't know. So we will see how this turns out. This is a bit of a timeless reading, so whenever you're watching this, this is right for you at this time. For some of you, obviously, this is a general reading. So do let me know if any of this resonates and what you're thinking and feeling. And I would love for you to hit the like if you enjoyed the reading and subscribe. It helps me grow my channel. And I just wish you all kinds of good luck and love, and hopefully see you soon. Thanks.